Good morning, everyone. So my name is Ken. I'm from RAKwireless. Actually, I think this is the 5th years we are joining the SINS conference, and also the 7 years we start LoRa solution. And we experienced the LoRa from very beginning to explore the benefit and the use case. Later, they start to deploy and fix many field issues. Now, many customers we are talking, they start to thinking how they can scale up their deployment. So today, I would like to introduce one of our service to hear this kind of requirement is scale up. As we call this zero-touch pre-provisioning. So why we create this service? I think the story is from our trip to Sydney. We had the opportunity to visit a customer in Sydney. They deploy around 500 gateway on the roof of the buildings in Sydney City. So they are doing the utility application. When we are talking with him, the biggest pin problem from him is every time he is ready to deploy the gateway, he have to configure the gateway with about 15 minutes to 20 minutes. So as the owner of the company, he's the only person he can do that. So it's really time-consuming for him. He said, hey, Ken, do you have some solution to help me? And also, we talk about, with this topic, we also talk about many customers, and we do some interview and survey about this requirement. Then we make some summarize about the problem. As the first one, I think is the time-consuming, that's the problem. The second one is about the security, cyber security. I mean, you can do the pre-configuration with LoRaWAN parameters, with cellular parameters. But how you load the certificate, because it's totally, you need to follow the security concern. And number 3, I think, is scale up, because you need to build a system that once they want to deploy the 1,000 with the pre-provisioning, how you can deploy quickly. I think that's you need to thinking about to offer the solution. So we start this idea with DTI from early of this year, and we are very happy to have a great team together to work out this solution. So what is the ZTP? I think, so the traditional way when you install a gateway is when you receive the gateway, you have to do the configuration for many channel plans, subbands, and also log into the network configuration. And also, you need to set up the forwarder. You also need to connect to the network server. And also, configuration of accreditation of network server back to the gateway. And then you manual check and connect the configuration of the gateway. Then you go to the installation. With zero-touch pre-provisioning, I think the benefit is all the steps here we can do automatically and until factory. So our company, we also follow the GDPR and the ISO 27001. So we make sure it's every handling is without human involved. It's full automation and also follow cybersecurity. So this is the service we offer. Is when you receive the gateway, you can just ready to deploy. So this is the value and the benefit of zero-touch pre-provisioning. But we come here, we not just show what we have today. I think this just tell everybody here, this is the beginning. We try to offer the product and software feature service is here, the solution provider, they can quick deploy the solution. In past 2 years, we have opportunity to traveling to the worldwide to meeting our customers. So when you're talking with them, you can understand more of their challenge, more of their problem happen in the field. So Internet of Things is not just Internet. It's also about installation of things. So many problems happen. They share with you. So with this kind of experience, the vision of RAKwireless, we are target to offer the high stability and a solid private network solution for the solution creator. And we're talking with customer for irrigation today, and the other day we're talking with solar PV station supplier. Another day we're talking with the building automation. This is most exciting for me because my personal working for telecommunication for 15 years. Even I'm very early involved in the Wi-Fi industry. So for the Wi-Fi industry, one of the biggest business is for Wi-Fi for enterprise market. But that enterprise market still is build a network for you can working as officer. So that's for the work. It's not involved for the very deep to the industry. So with the LoRaWAN technology today, we can very strong feeling is LoRaWAN involved with every vertical industry. So that also means if you want to sell standard solution, it's very hard. For some of the application, it's like a cooking. We have all the elements here. We have vinegar, we have the vegetable, everything. So, but some people, they like spicy more. Some people, they like the salty more. So actually, for every industry, you need to understand them, and then you need to tailor the solution to meet their specific needs. That's our understanding about using LoRaWAN in every sector, every industry. So that means you not only just provide scalable and high stability private network, you also need to provide is easy customized, tailored network. So what's the meaning of the tailor? Let's give you some example. When we're talking about the utility or aggregation, so they are very sensitive about no packet loss. Even packet loss is very often in LoRaWAN transmission, but they require no packet loss. And for some of the application, the security is very, very high requirement. They will shut down all the local console to configure the gateway. They need to manage the gateway remotely. So that also means you have very high stability about a failover. The failover, not just the Ethernet down, you fail over to the cellular, but also means sometime in the cloud, HTTP pin, you need a failover. So that's very, very challenging. And also for some area, there is very weak cellular signals. You also need to consider how you can make the network less congestion and make very solid in the queue system and to provide. And for some application, maybe they are very sensitive in the downlink control, because for irrigation, not only they just need to collect data for how much water you use, but also they need to control the valve. You need to stop when you're over the budget. So all of that is actually the customization tailored requirement from every industry. How RAKwireless fulfill this kind of requirement? So this is our solution. We have a function in our Westgate OS we call extension. It's like a plugin in the gateway OS. So for every customization or specific configuration, and we just create an extension. We also open the framework of extension to developer. So they can have the SDK, everything there. So they can build an extension by themselves. That means if we target for the solar industry, they can say the solar PV extension, then they click the extension install. That means this gateway with standard LoRaWAN feature, but also tailor for the downlink sensitivity application. That's how it works. And we also have the different gateway, because the user interface should be same, but hardware is very hard to keep unified. Different scenario. It's like we use iPhone. We use iPhone outside, we use phone. When we're sitting at the coffee shop, we use iPad. When we sitting at the office, we use Mac. So hardware is very diverse. It's all based on the scenarios. So this is why we have the indoor outdoor gateway, but we also have the full duplex gateway. What's the application? Imagine there are 1,000 calls on the farm. There are a lot of data for uplink where I am, but also you need to navigate calls to the milk station. You also keep downlink very sensitive. So this means the capacity of network should be very big. So that's why we have the full duplex gateway, just for this kind of downlink sensitivity application. And we also have the workshop for the gateway mesh and tomorrow, so we also hope you can join. But for the management, so that's why we have the WestDM, is unified remote management system as a free system to manage the network. So this means we have the gateway and the Westgate OS for the build network. We also have a fleet management system to manage the network. And beyond, we also have a tools we call the Field Test Pro. It's like network planning and optimize your network. So we have a demo in our booth. If you have interest in, welcome to have an experience. So that's all for my today. It's just one summarize. So if you're a solution creator, you are looking for the professional network provider to help you build a network and manage network, and also planning and optimize network, come to the RAKwireless. Thank you, everyone.